Welcome to Module 6. Module 6 leads us right to the Civil War. So the speed is picking up as we start to see the North and the South come to that place in history where there's no turning back. This module is set up like all the other previous modules, so you should kind of already have the hang of this. I'm looking at the module right now. You have required readings. You have a PDF with several primary sources in that. The PDF is titled The House Divided. Has several primary sources from excerpts from Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin, which is an anti-slavery novel. You may have read that in high school. You also have the South's response to that novel written by Mrs. Stowe. You have the Southern pro-Southern Court, Supreme Court, and their decision regarding Dred Scott, that runaway slave. You have a Virginia newspaper gloating about that decision, and you have the North being defiant in response. You also have Stephen Douglas opposes black citizenship, and Abraham Lincoln in one of the debates with Stephen F. Douglas claiming he never intends to create or to allow the freeing of the slaves in the South. So interesting documents. These are all primary sources which will be useful for your discussion post. Okay. You have your Module 6 Quiz A from the readings in that portion. You have a video lecture titled The House Divided. Got to watch the video lectures. And then Part B, the same thing. You have readings from the book, not the entire chapter, but pages 298 through 300, and a PDF. And this PDF is important because it's a single source. It's Abraham Lincoln's inauguration. So when he's elected president, this is his inaugural address to the nation. This is what you're going to do your primary source analysis on. So it's not from the book, it's this speech, his inauguration speech, which is a PDF. So you really need to look this over to do well with the analysis. It's really interesting because things that you think about with Abraham Lincoln, not necessarily so at this point in his presidential life. Okay. Looking at this here. And then once again, you have a group discussion, which I'll have more directions in the Flipgrid post. But I'm going to be looking for you to analyze the reasons and the causes that eventually that the South would secede. Is it all about Abraham Lincoln and his election? Are there other causes? And I mentioned a lot of those in my video lectures for this module, and I give you a lot of primary sources. I mentioned a lot for Part A, right? And some in Part B in the book. So you're going to have to list at least 3 primary sources. There are many in your Flipgrid video post, and I'll go into more detail on that, but I'm just letting you know as you're going through the module, start taking notes on those primary sources because you're going to have to reference at least 3 in your video post. That being said, the majority are doing really well. We have some people that are struggling a bit, but primarily because they're not turning in work, and I don't take late work, right? So keep it up. Don't fall behind. We're almost towards the end. In fact, next week is really the last official module, and in fact, it's a little shortened. If you kind of peek at the grayed out module for next week, I don't think I have both quizzes. I don't have 2 reading quizzes, if I remember correctly. It's a little less work, and then I am going to start opening up. I will open up the final project, which I'll let you in on a little secret. It's not a little secret. Your final project for that last week of class after spring break is basically you're going to turn in a video via Flipgrid, but it's going to be on a monument or historical place in and around San Antonio, and I'll give you a list. So it's not going to be something brand new. You're familiar with discussion posts. It's going to be along those lines, but you will have to go out and about San Antonio. So I'll be sure to list the places, the monuments that I will allow. You have to do a little research on those places, and then you'll post the video from those places, and then you reply to another students just like before. And that's pretty much the final project. We don't have a final exam as you would know it. I probably went into too much detail for a future assignment or the project, but I just wanted to make sure you don't start getting too nervous regarding the last project. In fact, it's probably going to be a little letdown because those should be easier and a lot of fun researching a place here in San Antonio, a historical place. So that being said, good luck with Module 5. Keep up the good work. I have a lot of students that are really good at these analysis and these posts. And if you've had issues with it, just remember, take your time, read the primary source, and this week would be the inauguration of Lincoln, and read it, but read it for what is he saying, not necessarily the words, but what is he saying, what's he conveying. That's it. Have a great week, and I will talk to you later.